Welcome to this instructional video for Warragul Regional College students in Year 8 going into Year 9 for 2022. We have created a number of resources which are going to support our families and students through this process. The first step is this video which will explain the course selection process for everyone. The Year 9 and 10 handbook has been created, there are course selection forms, there are curriculum videos, and we're running an expo for Year 8 students so they can get a bit of an experience from KLD leaders. There will be a video on how to input your subjects on Edval Web Choices. Each student will be emailed a unique code that we'll use to enter Edval Choices at home, and we'll go through all the key contacts around the college to support students in this process. The course selection process is as follows. Viewing this video is the first step. We would then recommend downloading the Year 9 and 10 handbook and reading that to sort of have a look at what's available and what the course looks like for Year 9. Think about what you'd like to do and discuss your further pathway. You can do this with your parents, but you'll also have an opportunity in care group time over 2 weeks to ask questions of care group teachers, or you may visit your student advocate and have a conversation with them. There will be video instructions created for Edval Web Choices. You need to follow those instructions. Check your email for your unique code, and please do not delete that email. Enter your subject choices online at home with your parents using that unique code. And please remember the choices can be changed by you guys before the 10th of September. After that date, it'll have to go through someone at school for any change to be made. Finally, both parents and students must sign the course selection form that you'll receive in care group and then return it to your care group teacher. The Year 9 and 10 handbook explains everything you'll need for course selection this year. You can find a copy of that by scrolling down the website where you found this video. The handbook provides important information such as a detailed description of all subjects available for Year 9s in 2022. Each subject has a pathway through from Year 7 to 12, so the choices you make, you can see where they lead to in the final years of your education. There's an indicative cost for each subject that has one, and you'll have time in care group to read through this and ask questions. Choosing subjects in Year 9 is about trying new things, maximising your experiences in a wider range of subjects that are available. You also have some opportunity to be involved in other programs. In Year 9, the Trade Pathways program is one which may suit those students who want a more hands-on pathway. This gives them a taste of what it would be like to do a trade or a vet course in Year 10 and beyond. If you want more advice, please make a careers appointment with their office and speak to Sarah Luck or Mark Painter. Each student in their care group will be given a copy of the course selection form for their year level. If they lose this form, they can download copies from the webpage. This form is to be used for planning and to look at the structure before it's put onto Edval. The entry will be made on Edval by parents and students, so it's really important that the planning is correct and that you're sure that you want to do the subjects that you're identifying. When you put your subjects into Edval, it's done in preferential order. So on this form, you'll see that there are 5 electives. They would be your top 5 preferences, followed by 4 backup subjects. It's really important that this form is returned to your care group teacher and it's been signed by both the student and parent by the end of this process on the 10th of September. The structure of Year 9 goes as follows. Every student will do a care group and a core English mathematics subject for the full year. The semester subjects are Science and Humanities and Health and Physical Education. After this, they have 5 elective choices. The elective choices are student-driven and there's plenty of choice available. But please remember, in Year 9 and 10, they must select an art subject and a technology subject across the 2 years. I'd like to take some time to talk about the Pathways Band, which is their elective choices for Year 9. There are elective choices from Year 9 and 10. In Year 9, these elective choices are just for Year 9 students. In 2022, we're offering a LOTE Japanese class at Year 9. So students who've done Japanese in Year 8 have the opportunity to continue studies in LOTE. We are also offering 3 subjects in design technology just for Year 9 students: fashion, hair and beauty, working with wood, level 1, and how sweet it is. Please remember, when you go through the handbook, that these electives may have a fee, and the full information for all of the subjects is in the handbook. The Pathways Band, as I mentioned, has electives that can be accessed by both Year 9 and 10. So these subjects that are on this page, they're the ones that you'll be in a class with Year 10 students as a Year 9. So English has literature, PE has Coach Carter and athletic development, Into the Wild, outdoor recreation, mind, body and active lifestyles, and team sports. Maths options are maths applications and investigations. Science have medical and forensics. Humanities offer history, a world in conflict. Geography, the changing environment. Economics and business. Civics and citizenship, law and order. The arts, where you must choose one across Year 9 and 10, have photography, artist studio, media, music production, acting for media. Technology, which also needs to have one choice across both Year 9 and 10. They have bike power, bakery products, textiles, independent choice, working with metal level 1. There's also digital technology subjects such as CAD and CAM, mechatronics, and prototyping and 3D printing. Our school prides itself on its cross-curricular electives. In Year 9 and 10, you have the option of doing agriculture and horticulture, which is in science and technology, at Duke of Edinburgh, and food science, which is also science technology. Earlier, I mentioned the Trade Pathway program. To give a little bit more information, here are some of the areas offered for next year: carpentry, plumbing, automotive, electrical, engineering, rural studies, community services, aged care and early childhood, and hair and beauty. There is no cost to the family for these courses, but you need to remember it will take students out of the school for 1 day per week, and they will need to catch up on their work that they miss on those days. For more information, please see Mr. Painter on a Monday, Wednesday or Friday, and the application process for this program will be later in the year. Just like to take the opportunity to go through a summary of the important points discussed so far. Please make sure you download the handbook and read it carefully. Take the opportunity to watch the videos on this website. Remember to choose electives that interest you and might be an area for future pathways. Actively listen and ask questions when you're in the Curriculum Expo. Use your care group time, there'll be 2 sessions, and your career action plan to investigate what's available and ask questions of your care group teacher. When you go home, just have discussions with your parents and guardians. And parents, please listen to your student when they discuss what they want to do, and then one way of doing it would be create a pros and cons list as a way of deciding what would be the best subjects for your child. Please avoid choosing elective units because your friends have chosen it. Your pathway is about you. And finally, course selection forms, as I've mentioned, must be signed and returned to the care group teacher by the 10th of September. These are the important dates you need to be aware of for the course selection process. The students will be doing a Curriculum Expo in the STEAM Centre for Period 3 on Thursday, the 19th of August. In this session, you'll have an opportunity to hear from each of the different curriculum team areas about what's on offer next year. The Edville portal will open for parents and students to enter your subjects on Thursday, the 19th of August. This means that the email containing your unique code will be sent on this day to students. Care groups will focus on course selection in weeks 7 and 8 of this term. And finally, the Edvale portal will be closed on the 10th of September. And what this means is You may make any changes you wish up until that point, but after that date, you will need to communicate with a member of the school if you want to make any further changes. So please make sure you've made your final choices before this date. Lastly, we have several key contacts for our students at school. Each student has a care group teacher who are named in this slide. So make sure you come prepared for your care group lessons. You've read the handbook and you've got lots of questions for these people. You've also got your sub-school leaders, Mrs. Clapperton, our careers team of Mrs. Luck and Mr. Painter, the curriculum team leader, Ms. Parsons, the assistant principal, Mr. Fleming, and if you've got any problems with finding your email or getting onto Edvale, our IT team are the people you need to email, and their email address is there. That brings us to the end of the presentation for today. Thank you for watching. We hope it was informative. If you've got any further questions, please contact people on this list for key contacts. Your first port of call should be your care group teacher. And good luck for your course selections for 2022.